Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
You like that, huh?
Oh my God!
Jeff Brown!
What?
So what? We're in the building.
It is so good to be back.
New place, TRadioV.com. Sweaters. Right? Cleaner look.
Yeah.
Headphones that fit.
Right?
I know, headphones are fit. Ain't nobody outside trying to get us to claim a set. This is fantastic.
Oh, God. Hey, it's a new year. It's a new So What morning show at a new location, TRadioV.com. Radio in TV.
Tradiove.
What?
Tradiove.
Tradiove,
baby.
Thanks for throwing me off here.
Daddy,
anyway, the number to dial, new number to dial hotline, as you know. Our show's topics are very riveting. We have all these crazy topics that we want to get into. I want everybody that's listening to the show, get to your phone lines, 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. You got to participate. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Zoe Williams. You can also follow T Radio V at T Radio V. And listen, before I get into the topics, you guys know how I like to do.
Book time.
Book time. I have to get people reading. I'll do the books later. This is what I want to do. Jeff Brown.
I was about to do the book time thing.
This is what I'm about to do.
People don't read books.
Jeff,
do it later.
Yes. Jeff, I want you, because a lot of people may know you. They may know you, from the McDonald's commercial when you was spilling barbecue sauce on your shirt. But give people a little history of who you are. Introduce yourself to the new audience that you're speaking to right now.
Good morning,
Who
afternoon.
the fuck are you?
Yes. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever this may catch you. I am Jeff Brown, comedian extraordinaire. Extraordinaires with two E's. I'll only go back to the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition. I've done some great things before that, but they'll pop out.
Star Search,
grand champion. In the year of our Lord, 1994.
That means you can make white people laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you speak English and face forward, I'll get you.
That's good.
Wrote 10 minutes of the Kings of Comedy.
Wow.
Wrote for Sinbad. Wrote for Steve Harvey.
Was that the credits?
Yeah, just rocking my credits. Just a couple of weeks ago, achieved a personal goal of mine. Mm-hmm. I was on the Arsenio Hall show.
We saw that. Yes.
Shout out
yes.
to my man, Arsenio damn Hall.
Jeff Brown, you killed it. Some
Thank you,
white
sir.
dude tried to snap.
Bad choice.
Jeez.
And on clothing.
Oh.
On clothing. A place where white boys are generally deficient until they're 40. White boys really don't dress nice until they get some age. They don't dress. White boys don't dress. See, that's something I would wear. I would wear this sweater.
Really?
That is very
I think it is your sweater.
No, that's not my sweater. It's a little small in the chest of my sweater. I got a little bit more chest.
Okay.
Well, I still have the sales tag on it because I'm just using it for the show.
That's my get down too.
Hey,
I will take something back.
I love the intro. You guys don't even know. People who are just tuning in right now. Jeff Brown has about 17 pounds of food on the floor right behind him.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But let's do this. Dr. Mark Goulston. For the fans, new fans who are tuning into this show, the So What Morning Show, tell them who you are, your credentials, your background, what you've been doing, and try to do it quickly with some pizzazz.
I'm the token white man on the show, and occasionally I will come up with the ignorant white question that you actually handle very well, and that most of us think, but sometimes we're afraid to say. But I am a doctor. I'm a psychiatrist. I was a professor at UCLA. I've written a bunch of books that have done pretty well, and I've trained FBI and police hostage negotiators. So if anything in the show is holding us hostage against the ratings we so deserve,
yes,
I'm going to kill it.
All right.
Oh, man. Wow.
That's the first time I ever heard him say get Brody would kill.
Jesus. Anyway, I'm Zoe Williams.
Yes.
My history in the entertainment industry is kind of crazy. I mean, I go back all the way to when I was storied. Yeah, when I was 18, I was doing voiceovers for cartoons and, making music for cartoons. It's crazy.
That's why you're so animated.
Jeff, please.
I did not.
You shoot the dog. Right.
Wow.
Shoot the dog. Shoot the dog.
Should I explain how it's supposed to go?
Yes, please.
Okay. I've told you this a number of times, Doc. Okay. This is not planned, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much of this show that is not planned. Okay.
Don't be funny.
It's basketball. I want you to think basketball. Okay. Point guard, shooting guard, center. Okay. The center grounds the game. Okay. The point guard sets up the plays and occasionally or often dishes off to the shooting guard. The center is in the center because he is the big, powerful guy. We don't need him trying to shoot threes from the outside. That's not why we got him here. We got him here to intimidate the other players and be on the inside, crashing on the boards. Now, when you throw jokes out, that's three-pointers, and you're like 0 for 137. Now, center, not a better one in the game. We love you for the center because you bring questions and they hammer down, and then we splinter from there.
It's like rebounds and defense, but that's another story.
So I just fouled you, right? Was that a 2-point foul or 3-point foul?
You know what? You are really overthinking it right now, Don. I've never told a white man that before, but you are really, really overthinking it. Just stop using the butt of your gun. You swatting mosquitoes with your gun.
Okay,
you got a gun.
All right, here we go. But let me finish. I was in the music industry. I worked for Loud Records back in 92 and 94. I also worked for Madonna at Maverick Records when I was in the music industry. A&R guy. I'm an author. I'm a radio personality. I'm a father, television personality. You saw me on Kool Mo D's unsung version, his unsung, where we talk about the retrospective career of Kool Mo D on TV One. I was on Black Men Revealed, so television and radio and a bunch of other stuff. And we come together to do this social anthropological experiment called a radio show, called the Zoe What Morning Show. No topics regarding relationships will ever be off limits. We're going to be going at people's necks. We're going to be going at the black community. We're going to be going at the white community. But it's all relationships. It's all about uplifting and building better connections and understanding between people that just don't seem to understand. So, with that said, Jeff.
Yes.
My books. First
it's
off.
It's book time with Zoe Williams.
That's ugly.
Okay.
First off.
I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, I need you to support Dr. Mark Goulston.
Great book.
Just listen. It is a great book. It is an awesome book. And Doc, this isn't the first one you have. You have another one as well, right? The one that just came out.
Yeah, I have one that just came out after Just Listen called Real Influence. How do you persuade people without being pushy? So it's a book for getting your point across in a world that doesn't want to be sold anymore.
Doc is one of the nicest, pushiest people I've ever met, though.
Yeah.
I have to be honest about it. Also, I always tell people, read all kinds of things, stretch your perspective, stretch, your world view. Here's a pocket guide to chakras. Anybody know about chakras, the little spiritual center in your body, the Kundalini and all of that? It's named a bunch of different stuff culturally, but it's a pocket book by Joy Gardner Gordon. Please go get it. And you might understand that little cartoon better, The Last Airbender.
I know, because I thought it sucked from, because I don't know anything about getting my Kool Mo Dini together.
Yo, Kool Mo Dini?
I don't,
It's the Kundalini.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. All right. And here's another book called the Nag Hammadi Library. A lot of people don't understand. Gnosis, Gnosticism, which is a Greek word for knowledge, right?
Oh, we know that.
Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that? Okay, thank
I know the word nag is putting me off, but go ahead.
Yeah, Nag Hammadi. This was found in Egypt, and it revealed pre-Christian doctrine that was in alignment with what Christianity left out.
I'll take it.
Very heavy book. You got to check it out if you want to know where the origins of things come from. And then, of course, my book, The Rebirth of Seeds. You can go to my website, iamzoewilliams.com, and purchase a copy. And then finally, this is great. This is great. You guys all know about my community empowerment segment.
You got Zoe soap?
No. There's a young lady who created her own soaps.
Okay.
So I told her to send me some. MNMsoaps.com. When I tell you it's ridiculous, it is ridiculous. Please support her. This is a black-owned company. And, of course, we always talk about recycling of black dollars. As soon as a black man get $1, who does he give it to? To who? Keep pointing at Mark. So, again, M&M soaps, it's incredible. It's, hypoallergenic and all of that. I just wanted to support her business.
Okay, back up. You have physically used the soap.
I've
used other people's soap that was their homemade soap, and later I smell like flowers and ass, and I don't want that.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we return,
your damn soap work.
We'll be coming with today's topic. And again, I want everybody to get out there, tweet, call 855-878-4652. So what in the mornings, TRadioV.com, Radio and TV. We'll be back in 2.2 seconds with another heater. I'm out.
Andy D on T-Radio V. Bing, bang, bing, boom, right?
Yeah.
Andy D on T-Radio V. Bobbity, bibbity, bobbity, boo. Andy D on T-Radio V.
The Andy Dick Show, Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. on T-Radio V.
Wow!
But we'll do it better when the show actually starts.
Yeah, no. Hey cats and kittens, Slim Jim Phantom here. You probably recognize me from my lifetime membership in the Stray Cats. That's me standing up, playing the drums, providing the big beat. If you don't know it by now, the big beat is about rockabilly music. I'm going to play rockabilly music, I'm going to talk about rockabilly music, and I'm going to start out by playing all of the original favorites by all the original rockers. We got Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent, Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, the list goes on and on. One by each of those guys going to start out the show right here on T-Radio V, Radio in TV.
T-Radio V, Radio in TV. Radio in TV. T-Radio V.
And it's Mary Carey, of course, politically naughty with Mary Carey.
I'm always naughty. I'm always politically. My behavior is always politically
naughty.
I'm never politically correct. Dr. Drew, hi. Oh, I'm so.
Guys, how are you?
It's all teary-eyed, Doctor.
I know. She wished she could live at rehab.
But only if Dr. Drew's there. Obviously,
Sure.
if someone like, because a little too groping might be inappropriate. But I like the flirting and stuff.
When I walked in, you shoved my head in your.
No! Are you gonna sue me?
Get politically naughty with Mary Carey. Mondays at 4 p.m. on T-Radio V.
Michael, you always come in looking fabulous.
You know, you're right. Hey everybody, Michael DeBar here. You know January. Oh wow, Bobby Brown, author of Dirty Rotten Rock, is his incredibly salacious rock and roll book. Then Peter Asher of Beatle fame and produced James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt. Then Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's and Melanie Griffith. What are you doing in January? I'm on T-Radio V.
T-Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Sing it, Jeff.
I'm gonna shine bright tonight. I said Jackie with the hat now, and Kim with the bangs now. I said Jackie and Kim him looking nice and slim. Like looking through the window and them fine girls over there, yeah.
Jeff is
No
singing.
ugly people at the radio station. No, we can't have it. I can't get it. Ain't nothing worse than ugly women. Swear to God.
Ain't nothing worse than ugly.
Nothing worse. You know how hard it is? You know how hard it is to do what you're supposed to do as a man if your woman is ugly?
How hard is it, Jeff?
If Jackie, okay, let's just say Jackie's your girl.
Jackie's our engineer who
yes,
you
Jackie,
can't see.
you
right?
can't see. Fine as Persian cat hair. Okay? Imagine Jackie calls you by the side of the road on 134 crying with a flat tire. So is Jackie, my tire. Dude, you on the way. Oh, baby, okay, just get in the car, turn the hazard lights on, just wait. I'm on the way. Let Bertha call you. Zoe! 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 You ain't gonna answer right away. Zoe! Zoe! What?
I'm stranded.
I'm stranded. Are you by the woods?
Wrong
yeah.
number,
Well,
wrong
just
number.
run your ugly ass on in there. Run on in the woods. You'll be all right.
They'll accept you with open arms.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't stand ugly women. I
That's
tell
not
you.
fair to the animals in the woods.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He's trying again.
He's trying again.
He's
Oh,
trying.
okay.
Jesus.
Man, you sure
Why
know how to
haven't-
anchor a joke, don't you?
Ruin it. Go.
Okay, so listen, today's topic, very important topic. Everybody's hip to what happened at the end of the NFC Championship game, San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks.
Warning, I'm about to get Malcolm X in here.
I'm just saying, today's topic, we have to cover it. A lot of people, and we have a resident white guy in here who can come in and say,
Oh, he's going to take all the heat.
but no, I'm saying he can come in and say, come on, you guys are just making a lot of excuses, okay? This is enough of that.
I have Michael Jackson's skin disease. I am black.
Oh, okay. All right. Reverse Uncle Ruckus. Anyway, 855-878.
Do that when I'm drinking.
4652. We need you guys to call us to participate because we want to get your feedback on
Your thoughts.
the way America has responded to the brother Robert Sherman. Now, today's topic covers this. We're going to go into it very deeply. And we're talking about the endangered, anybody who's followed the Zoe What Show knows we do a series called The Endangered Black Alpha Male. This is a series, right? A deeper look at America's love-hate and sometimes abusive relationship with its black male citizenry, right? Citizenry. Sorry. Stumbling. Jeff, you okay?
I'm fine. I'm getting something to write with because I know there's going to be a lot of ideas that are going to come out.
Okay, so as is commonplace, before I introduce our guest that's sitting in here, a relationship expert, I just met him, so I don't know how good he is, but we'll find out. I'm going to throw his ass into the fire. I like to ask a bunch of questions. So my question is, let's really think about this here. Do black men have the power to define themselves in American culture? That's number one. 855-878-4652. Get at me right now. We got to do this right now. Now, listen to this here. And this is crazy because a lot of people saw this video, and we're going to play all of this stuff later, right? They talked about the thug culture, right? It was a young baby arguing with a grown-up, cussing a grown-up out, giving a middle finger. He had on a diaper.
Was he white? Because white kids do that all the time.
No, he was black. He was
okay.
And what happened was Don Lemon played. We have the clip. So what I want to do before I go to those clips, because I still want to get to the question, and I think we need to deal with this, is the black woman in American society the new black alpha male? I know it's tough. It's shit. We got to deal with it. Because of the effects of slavery and cultural PTSD, will black people ever, listen to this, be evolved enough, right, to have meaningful relationships with each other? Because if you're suffering from PTSD, aren't you kind of just, coping and trying to deal with the pain and then trying to find someone to help you with the pain? But that's not really a relationship, is it? Somebody call us. What can we do to redefine the black image of black men? Should we all be like, say, who's the baseball player? I know his name, but I want to throw it to you guys. Who's the baseball player that cracked it open for the MLB for black men?
Jackie Robinson.
Should we all be Jackie Robinson? Should we all take all type of crazy shit talk just to be accepted by our white counterparts? Should we?
No,
Should we be Joe Louis? Hold on, PM. I ain't even introduced you yet. See?
I'm anxious.
You brand new to the show for real, ain't you?
I'll vote for him. He got facial hair.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you understand what I'm saying? Should we be Barack Obama? Barack Obama has been in office for 6 years and never said anything directly about the black community.
He didn't even say the word black.
Just never really dealt with black issues. He had one speech, maybe a year ago, I think, where he dealt with something about racism, but he never really dealt with it.
He said Trayvon looked like him.
There was the Trayvon issue. Okay. That's right. He came out and spoke on that. Mm-hmm. But typically, Barack is seen as a weak president, say in comparison to the cowboy from Texas, George Bush, George W.
Or LBJ or Truman.
Hey, these people tried to kill my daddy, and we're going in today without Congress's approval.
Yeah.
The dude is still a war criminal in other countries right now. He can't go to Switzerland. We talking about George Bush can't go to Switzerland because the people of Switzerland are going to bring him up on war crimes. But he was ballsy enough to do it. Barack Obama is the only president, in my opinion. And these are black men that are growing up in this ethos, in this narrative. That president has to worry about being seen as the angry black man. Is Richard Sherman a personification of the angry black man? Is he a thug with dreads on a football team? We got to stand up and rewrite the social narrative of black men. Now that I've set up the show, we've got a guest in the building. I don't know who he is. He could be a stalker, a killer. I met him on Facebook 2 days ago. And I need you guys to watch him. His name is Jason Hairston. Okay? He says he's a relationship coach for a deeper love. A movement that teaches people to be students of life instead of choosing to be victims.
I like him so far.
Right?
Jason Hairston.
Victims of their circumstances. He is also an author, an energy healer, and a speaker, an artist. He's going to join us on this most riveting topic. I'm going to go right to Jeff Brown.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Jeff,
okay.
What's wrong with the black male image in America today?
Okay, first, before we even get to that, are they giving us any money?
Who, white people?
No, it's these people.
No.
Okay, you move that shit. All right.
They won't now.
No, yeah. Well, hey, they know what they need to do. Okay. I think. Okay, give me one of those questions. Do I get to field any, or is there right out the gate?
I just gave you the question, Jeff.
Could you give it to me again?
Do we have the power to take control of the black male's image? And what do we need to do in order to rewrite that narrative? Are we all thugs?
I think.
Are we all hungry for white cooter?
That's 7 questions. Okay. Cooter's cooter. Let's start. We can start from the cooter.
Let's go to the cooter.
Okay, cooter's cooter. All right. Now, take it for. I'm gonna go ahead and step out and be the resident whore at this table. I'm a stand-up comedian. I try to count the vaginas I've come in contact with. I lost count at 200. I've had more cooter than Nickelback's drummer. When I tell you that we are, yeah, cooter's cooter. I think that when a black man gets with a white girl, we got stuff to prove. It's like the Olympics, are representing our country. But the question: do we have the power to change the narrative about us? That's not the question. The question is, do we have the testicular fortitude to do so? It's not whether we have the power. Of course we have the power. Do you have the balls? Do you have the guts to go, screw you and what you think about me? I am who I am, and it's not up to me to change your narrative. To coin a behavior of the Jews.
Go deeper.
Jews don't care what you think about them.
No.
They care what you say about them. And you say the wrong shit.
I'm confused.
And that's where the feces hits the rotary oscillator. They don't care what you think, but you're going to spend your money the way they want it spent. and you're gonna have your behavior the way they want it had. There's no doing Jews wrong and keeping it moving. Black people, what is it? It's whine, march, Al Sharpton, repeat, and nobody takes us serious.
So I have a deeper question,
yes.
And then everybody chime in. I want to hear it from the resident Jew, since that you're speaking for him.
Wow, I didn't say it like that.
I'm just sorry. We're going to let the Jew talk.
See the way you saying it? That's foul.
Has the black man's inability, to speak to your point, has the black man's inability or unwillingness to rise against his oppressor branded him as a bitch-ass nigga to the rest of the world?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. The definition of a sucker is an individual who respects a person, a thing, a construct more than that person, thing, or construct respects itself. Ooh. That's why, when you fall in love with a stripper, people call you a sucker because she does not respect herself as much as you are trying to respect her.
Wow.
Okay? So you can't expect
and not all strippers are in the clubs.
No.
Some of them is at home.
Some of them at the crib.
Yeah.
You can't expect the world. I don't expect the world to respect black people. I don't think things are bad enough. I think we need to get back to where you can drive down the street and see black people hanging from trees. If we get back to that, then we will really get to see how people feel about us. Too many black people have a little bit and think that their little bit is a lot.
That's fucked up, Jeff. That's kind of bleak.
Yeah, well, it is. Until the dollar collapses and Puffy is running down the street with a homeless dude and being chased by the same white militia, black folks ain't gonna get it together.
Listen, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we definitely want to field some calls. The number to dial again is 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. We'll be back in a quick second. Today, we're talking about the endangered black alpha male. When I come back, I'm going to be talking to Mark Goulston and our special guest, Jason Hairston.
What's up with your boy, Tiny Buso?
Don't stop it. Stop it. This Tuesday, we've got me talking about drugs and alcohol.
Woo! Yeah.
And then we have you eating stuff.
Yeah, we go from the real stuff to the real ridiculous stuff.
We have an interview with Robert Kirkman, creator and writer of Walking Dead. So it's a lot of stuff from some of the best stuff or not as bad as the usual episodes of Fork in the Road. It's on every Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on T-Radio V. And this show, what was that?
That was me doing a laser circle around the T-Radio V logo.
Just put the T-Radio V logo there. That was really cool. How did you do that?
Hold on, I want the sound too.
I know, but I don't want to talk about them. I want to
smoking big fatties. Hi, I'm Britta.
And I'm Taylor.
And together, we're the Cannabitches. Watch our show every Wednesday
at 12 p.m. or high noon.
It's a full hour of comedy, cannabis, and interviews.
And us being really stoned.
Hey, Britta.
Yeah. What's long and firm and filled with goodness?
Ooh, I'm thinking dirty thoughts, but
I'm thinking a big fat J.
Ooh! That's right. Every Wednesday, watch the Cannabitches get super stoned at 12 p.m.
Right here at T-Radio V.
It's radio in TV. Smoking big fatties. Hi, I'm Britta.
And I'm Taylor.
And together, we're the Cannabitches. Watch our show every Wednesday
at 12 p.m. or high noon.
It's a full hour of comedy, cannabis, and interviews.
And us being really stoned.
Hey, Britta.
Yeah. What's long and firm and filled with goodness?
Ooh, I'm thinking dirty thoughts, but
I'm thinking a big fat J.
Ooh! That's right. Every Wednesday, watch the Cannabitches get super stoned at 12 p.m.
Right here at T-Radio V.
It's radio in TV.
Radio V.
We call it Dark Matter with Dave Navarro.
It's not like Amanda Joe, or it's just Joe?
Oh, it's just Joe with a dash after it.
Really? That's very, very strange. Joe Dash?
Are you the facts of life, Joe?
Are you the spawn of Down syndrome parents? J.O. Dash?
I think that we should all, for the rest of the show, add a dash to the ends of our names so she doesn't feel bad. Dan Dash,
yes.
Jess Dash, Todd Dash, Dave Dash, Joe Dash.
It's Dark Matter with Dave Navarro. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on T-Radio V.
T-Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
So we're back. TRadioV.com. Radio in TV.
Yeah.
The number to dial is 855-878-4652. We're here with a special guest.
Yes.
Jason Hairston, relationship expert. I think, because I've been following his stuff, he deals with a lot of masculinity issues too. You know, how to recondition masculinity.
God. Thank you for that.
Because I believe that black men in particular, have to take a stance to rewrite the image of who we are. I mean, Birth of a Nation did a number on us, the movie, right? But you guys looking like y'all don't know what Birth of a Nation is.
I know what Birth of a Nation is.
You confused?
No.
It left me speechless.
Break it down for him, Zoe. Break it down.
Okay, just Google Birth of a Nation. It's a movie that
came out in the 30s. Yeah.
Right, came out in the 30s. It was about the Klan. It was about seeing black men as zombies chasing white women, and the Klan came in as the savior. So a lot of times, this is what I'm saying, these stereotypes that are out there about black men in particular. Aggressive, lazy, not good fathers, don't want to work, thug, hood. Richard Sherman said himself, we have the article too. Richard Sherman said himself, the word thug is now being replaced, or it's replacing the N-word. They want to call you nigga, but I can get away with calling you thug, right? But again, do we have a thug culture, or is that some sequestered area of blackdom? Let you
That's why I got this.
Write that shit down. Yes. You show them that black people can be patient, especially black men. Now let the white Jewish man tell us who we really are.
Black people have been very patient for the past 450 years. Are you kidding me?
Yes, but you have lost all your patience. Dr. Mark Goulston, go deeper, please.
I think the elephant in the room, and where it's so tough for black men to get out of this, is nobody likes people who act entitled to better. Entitled is different than deserving. And what happens is when you look at people and say, what makes you think you're entitled to more, you bait them, and when they take the bait, they're nailed. And so I think what happens is, I think a lot of white people think, black people are saying, well, we're entitled to more because of all that stuff that went down in the last, centuries. Well, it's still going on from what I hear from my black friends. But I think that entitlement, I'm entitled to more. And you brought up an issue about, is the black woman the new, alpha male? Because I think a lot of black women, now come down on me if I'm wrong, feel entitled. You gave me this baby. I am entitled that you support this baby, and if you don't, I'm going to the courts because they're a better man than you.
Ooh, damn! Did you? You gonna let him talk about your people like that?
Yes, because I've been accused of being impatient.
Come on, Jeff, help us.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to get the white man off of us.
Wow. Where do I start? Okay. Christ. The concept of entitlement as opposed to deserving implies that we are both starting on an equal playing field and that I am entitled to something that I may not be. If I am stabbing you repeatedly and you are screaming for me to stop,
am I entitled to you to stop?
Yes. Are you entitled when you ask me to stop? Are you entitled when you ask for a Band-Aid when you really need stitches? The concept rubs me the wrong way, and I love you already, Doc. But if I didn't, I'd put these doorknobs on you.
And then you'd be the angry black man, and you're exactly what we say you are.
I'm good with that. But see, here's the issue. Here's the issue. I personally, and I don't expect anybody black to take my road. I really do not give a flying rat's ass what white people think of me. It has hurt my career. It has hurt me in relationships because I really don't care. I am
So at some point you thought you
I am
had-
smarter than most of the white people who have looked down on me in the past. And here's the real shit is that the concept of racism is not the average white dude. He's being played worse almost than black people because racism is a component that keeps the elite where they are. LBJ said this: if you can convince the lowest white man that he is better than the highest black man, he will empty his pockets for you.
Wow.
And that's the get down. Once regular white people figure out that they are the ones who are getting screwed worse than anybody, there's going to be smoke in every city.
Wow. Wow. Jason, let me go to Jason really quick.
One second.
You don't want to go to Jason?
No.
You don't want him to talk?
The white man going to take over the show.
Okay, white man, take over.
No, I just got.
It's fine, Whitey.
I got to
Just
build.
Whitey, take over, Whitey.
Okay. He's patient. Look at that. Facial hair and all.
I'm trying to be alpha male. It's hard. It's
it's tough. In a room full of mandingos, it's probably tough.
You got it.
Yeah.
No, but I want to build on something Jeff said because when I said that a lot of white people will react to you like, so you're acting so entitled. But Jeff made a good point. A lot of white people don't even relate to that because they have it, so they don't have to act entitled.
Exactly.
So it's a stacked deck against them, and I think what happens is it's kind of like we won, you lost, ha ha, and so white people don't even see themselves as entitled because they're not
This is the
entitled.
natural order of
This is the
things.
natural order thing. So I think his point was well taken. Is that when you feel like you're being marginalized, you're gonna scream in any tone of voice you can to just even get on the playing board. But let's go to our guest.
Right.
And you brought
Jason?
up Tim Wise before, and Tim Wise broke this down.
White privilege.
Yes. He talked
That's my
about
guy.
how back in the day, when the blacks and the whites, we were all poor, working for the rich white people, right? But what happened was they would revolt against the rich white people when they were treated unfairly.
Together.
Okay? But what happened was the ones in control said, hold on, what we need to do is give the white people just a little bit more so they'll feel better than the ones that's on the same level. And then fight and hold their position and hold the other ones down just to keep a few more crumbs. So it's psychological warfare. That's what's truly going on. And as far as us as black men and how we define ourselves, first of all, for any individual, you need to define yourself for yourself. If anyone outside of you are defining you, they're controlling you. Period.
But that's easy to say that white people been controlling black people since their Emancipation Proclamation.
But that's true.
We're going to release 4 million slaves onto an American populace. The only way to govern them and to commoditize this group of people is to control their minds psychologically.
But our friend here has an answer. Tell us how you define yourself and refuse to be defined by others, because I think he has some practical, tactical stuff.
Okay. First of all, us as black people, we need to realize that from slavery, from all the injustices that we've experienced in this country, we have to do some healing, which means we have to do some inner work. Okay? And as far as us, because us as a culture, we would rather be on TV and wear rented jewelry than to own stores. Why? Because we have deep-rooted self-worth issues. You see, we would rather look like we have something than to actually have something. Because we want to project an image to make it look
that
like
everything's okay.
Exactly. Why? Because, as slaves, we've been beat up so much, we want to look like we're somebody. You see? So we want to be seen in the nice car, seen with the nice clothes.
In order to separate ourselves from those who may not.
Well, but if we really had self-worth and really knew who we really were, we wouldn't depend on things to define us. We will recognize who we truly are, tap into that, and
So Jason,
and know that's our true will.
let me ask you this. I'm about to play this video of the end of the football game, and you guys tell me if you see a thug. Okay, I want to see, what you guys think if this is way over the top, especially once we put it into context.
No, I'm from Chicago.
Do you guys have the video?
I also want you to imagine if it was a white guy doing it. So
if it was Bill Romanowski. Let me just do this really quickly before we go to the video. Back in the day, 90s, Bill Romanowski played for the Denver Broncos, and it was the playoffs, or no, it was a regular football game. They were playing against the San Francisco 49ers. J.J. Stokes was the wide receiver for the Niners. Bill Romanowski, crazy as a bag of cat shit on fire. This white man, come on now, he's been juicing. Everybody knows his history. He's been juicing, using all type of drugs as a football player.
He gallops out to the scrimmage line.
Right. This dude spit in J.J. Stokes' face, and they played it on the replay, and I mean, he skied it out, tobacco and everything into this man's face. Nowhere near the outcry or, Romanowski's a thug. Nobody ever said that. He just got fined and it went away. I want you guys to watch this video and tell me if this is
see
a
if
thug.
you can find the Romanowski clip.
After saving the game for Seattle, listen.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you?
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB.
All right, and Joe, back over to you.
I think he needs some anger management courses.
Oh, God, he's angry. Angry.
Oh, my God.
Listen, are we the angriest men on planet Earth? Doc?
Perhaps.
Was that a thug? Was that a thug? Did you see a thug there?
I saw a thug, but what you told me today is... let me finish.
You asked him.
We got to whoop his ass.
You asked him, and you don't know. You asked him.
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, but if it was a white guy, I'd say I saw a thug, too. Okay? I saw thuggery. But what was interesting is you shared with me the backstory that you have to tell, and that tells you what the media does. If it bleeds, it reads. And what does the media do to select those topics that grab people's attention and incite them to go on and on? So you have to feed the backstory that
So
people
really
don't know.
quickly, the backstory is this. The guy ran up to Michael Crabtree, Richard Sherman, and simply said, hell of a game, hell of a game. Then Richard Sherman turns and
mugs him.
No, Crabtree mushes him in the face, and then he runs right over to the sideline to do an interview.
Okay.
There's emotion, there's passion in the game, and they're trying to strip it out of the game where there's NFL or NBA. But listen, we got to take a quick break. We're going to come right back and continue this topic. It's getting crazy, ladies and gentlemen. The So What Morning Show, 855-878-4652. Call us right now.
Smoking big fatties. Hi, I'm Britta.
And I'm Taylor.
And together, we're the Cannabitches. Watch our show every Wednesday
At 12 p.m. or high noon.
It's a full hour of comedy, cannabis, and interviews.
And us being really stoned.
Hey, Britta.
Yeah. What's long and firm and filled with goodness?
Ooh, I'm thinking dirty thoughts, but...
I'm thinking a big fat J.
Ooh! That's right. Every Wednesday, watch the Cannabitches get super stoned at 12 p.m.
Right here at T Radio V.
It's radio in TV.
Radio V.
We call it Dark Matter with Dave Navarro.
It's not like Amanda Joe, or it's just Joe?
Oh, it's just Joe with a dash after it.
Really? That's very, very strange. Joe Dash?
Are you the facts of life, Joe?
Are you the spawn of Down syndrome parents? J.O. Dash?
I think that we should all, for the rest of the show, add a dash to the ends of our names. So she doesn't feel bad. Dan Dash,
Yes.
Just Dash, Todd Dash, Dave Dash, Joe Dash.
It's Dark Matter with Dave Navarro. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on T Radio V.
Radio V.
So for those of you who don't know, this is Pepper.
Hey, Pepper's in the house.
Yo.
How are you, Pepper?
How are you?
Yeah, I noticed a new one, like insignia change, and like, is that intentional or is that just like a refresher?
Oh, you mean the logo?
I call it insignia.
I felt like I was like, we're in Lord of the Rings right now.
It really?
We have an insignia, people.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was like that new wave, like jazzy.
I love that song. Speaking of which, we should all get that branded on us now because it's an insignia.
Okay.
The LA Music Blogcast, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on T Radio V.
Hey, what's up? This is Josh Vietti, and you're watching T Radio V.
Hey everybody, watch Absolutely Jason Stewart. It's a new talk show on T-Radio V. It's Tuesdays at noon. We have the best guests. We have everyone from David Koechner to Alexander Paul from Baywatch to, God, comedians, actors, singers, anybody that's in front of the camera that's fabulous. And I'm there too. Watch Absolutely Jason Stewart every Tuesdays at noon on T-Radio V. That's radio and TV, yeah.
My mind fried from working long.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
See? Okay, so if you guys are bugging off that graphic that we just put up, okay, so you know that there's an X-Men series, you know, the movies, trilogies, prequels, all of that, right? So for the last X-Men film, they were developing the characters Professor X and, of course, Eric, I forgot his last name, but he becomes Magneto. And what they were doing was they were comparing the mutant struggle with the civil rights movement, right? And so Martin Luther King is used to develop the Professor X character, and Magneto is developed, or Malcolm X is developed to use to develop Magneto's character. So it's interesting to see because, you know, Magneto was, hey, check this out. I'm a mutant and I'm stronger than humans and I will destroy you if you disrespect. Whereas Professor X was more pacifist, integrationist, and they modeled Professor X off of Martin Luther King.
And
That's
also
crazy.
in a wheelchair.
I was just about
because
to say that.
Somebody done shot his ass.
No,
for peace.
Because on some marijuana logic, pacifism is paraplegic.
Yeah,
that's marijuana logic. Go deeper. Go deeper into that
Pacifism
shit.
is paraplegic. Okay, this is to me. It is time out for marching and why. See what they did again. See what happened. See, look. See, that's all we ever do. What we really should be investing in and putting our time into is financial terrorism. Black people should be financial terrorists.
Yes.
That once a week, somebody should spin a board and throw a dart. And if it lands on Target, then guess what? For 10 years, nobody black is going to walk into a Target store.
So like this. The we ain't fucking with you wheel.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I've actually been saying that for years, that all we have to do is target Nike and say, listen, until you start pumping some money into our community, we're not buying your shoes anymore.
No.
That's where the true power is. We don't have to fight nobody.
And instead of whooping ass to steal, if we even see you in them, somebody going to whoop your ass.
There you go.
And think of it this way. And I'm going to throw it to Dr. Mark, and of course we're going to introduce Brandi MaGee, who's just joined us. Oh, Jesus. Yes, but I'm going to throw it to Mark.
Aim the camera at Brandi.
Historically speaking, when America joined the Allied forces to go in on Germany, right? A lot of corporations got the fuck out of Germany. We got to get out of here because it's about to go bad.
Yeah.
But at least the corporations that were still there, you know what some of them did? They changed their names. Coca-Cola said, you know what? I'm not leaving. We'll become Fanta.
What?
We'll become Fanta.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's still Coke.
Really?
We just won't go under the name Coke. We'll be Fanta.
Zoe got information like an inmate. Don't no regular black man got that kind of time to read. Oh my God!
No, but it's real. So what I'm saying is, corporations in America don't even respect black people to that level.
No, not at all.
Because you have to think there was still some consideration there. Say, hey, this might look bad globally if we're still in Germany. We don't want to look bad. They don't give a fuck if they look bad as it pertains to blacks.
But we don't realize how much power we have, though. That's the issue. See, if we realize that we're the ones just giving them billions of dollars we spending billions every year on all these companies.
I don't know if it's about not realizing. It's about not caring.
Really?
We don't Too many black people think their little bit is a lot. That is the issue. Black people are too happy to separate themselves. They do not see how different. You can walk up to just about anybody, and they would have, even me, I am guilty of this. I'm almost done, Doc. I love interrupting white people. Even me, I'm guilty of this. How different would your reaction be, Jeff, if Trayvon's name was Blake Brown, which is my son? My reaction would be totally different. The problem is, I don't see Trayvon as my son, and Jews don't have that problem.
They see all Jews.
We are all
this is the
together.
family.
If you mess with one, you messing with all of us.
Fuck with Mark Goldstein one time. See what happens.
And see. Well, first off, you threw in entertainment. Your ass can go on and move to Cleveland.
Just one phone call. Get these niggas up out of here, please, immediately.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's do this really quickly. Joining us, although late, doesn't matter. The Black Wonder Woman.
She makes an entrance.
Yes, very beautiful. Former Foxhole member with me.
That's right.
Back with us now. Brandi MaGee. She's an actress, a writer, producer, director. I'm going to give her all of the credit. Yes. Welcome back to the Zowood Show. Brandi, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm very happy to be back
sure
here.
Is fine.
Is Richard Sherman a fucking thug?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Why does America over-aggrandize black male anger? Can't we be pissed off about something?
Listen, I thought that was an incredibly gross overreaction by America on the part. First of all, you have a young man. Before we even go into his history, hey, right now
What history?
Oh, I'm sorry. Stanford University, A student, stable background, good kid all around, community giver of the.
Y'all stepped on a grenade this time.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did.
I think that's why it was perfect.
Community.
I think it was perfect that it happened that way because
this ain't Pac-Man.
They responded from a stereotype, and then they got hit with the opposite of what the stereotype is. Yeah. He's acting like a thug. He's got dreads. He's black. He's from Compton. That's a nigga.
Clearly.
Oops.
Well,
no, that's a highly educated black man with a Stanford degree, and he's an all-pro, and he's only 24. I love what he told Skip Bayless. He told Skip Bayless, I'm better at life than you.
He did say that.
Oh, my God!
I said, well, damn.
He did say that.
Oh, my God. That's like somebody I know that told somebody that they were a failure at happiness.
I thought of myself when I heard it. Brandi, go deeper.
Sounds like something you would say, Zoe Williams. Yes, listen, first of all, before we even get into this man's stellar history as a person who is better at life than Skip Bayless, okay, he was playing in a game that is America's version of gladiator sports.
Absolutely.
It is testosterone filled. He is out there to hit, tackle, and totally annihilate his opponents, okay? That's what it's made there for. That is why a bunch of fat men with beards sit around on Sunday, Monday, and whatever other day that you guys take up our good reality TV show time, screaming at the TV screen, probably louder and angrier than he ever did. And then for you to say, on top of that, he was being openly and blatantly disrespected by someone and having a reaction to that. And he also had just put his team in the position to be the national champions of this game that is like religion to all of America.
How about it?
And so this man has a momentary show of that level of excitement,
and emotion,
and you're going to call him a thug. Yeah. I think it's ridiculous. I think America needs to be ashamed of itself. And everybody that's out there using the thug word should wash your mouths out with soap.
Thug is the new nigga.
Americans don't care about me. We got way more smallpox on the Indians, the first atomic bomb dropped on the people. There are way worse things for us to be ashamed of that we're not. Question, Doc. You said that even if he was white, you would have saw him as a thug in that moment. And I have this question for you. Have you ever competed in a contact sport?
Yes, badminton.
And I charged the net, I might tell you.
1978 badminton champion.
Right. Backgammon.
No. Have you ever?
I have the calluses to prove it.
Competed on a higher than gym level in a contact sport.
Wrestling? Does wrestling count?
Yeah. Did you ever?
Were you good at wrestling?
Yeah, were you good?
always pinned?
Yeah,
you look like the pinned up type.
Did you? Yeah,
Master
Did
grappler.
you find that you was always looking at the gym like this?
I'll tell you, in the gym in my high school, they had a sign on the ceiling that said, "If you can read this, you are losing."
Yeah.
Wow. Did you see that often?
I saw it.
He was like, man,
I still see it in my dream.
They need to change the font on this sign. I'm tired of looking at it.
They call those nightmares.
Well, that's my point. For
And that's
you
the
to
point.
look at this dude and see a thug, that is from a vantage point of an individual who's never been there, who's I mean, I was in the Marines. There was a hill called Mount MF, where you have to get up it
Mount
Mount Motherfucker. And while you are climbing it, you can touch it. It is that steep. When we got up there, we jumped around like tribal, like a scene from Lord of the Flies. And that's what happens when you push that needed visceral side of every human.
Yeah,
Humans need to hit shit. I really believe that.
No, but something we're glossing over, which is what Zoe told me about today, is if it was entirely unprovoked, then again, if it was white or black, I'd say this is over the top. I understand it because I understand contact sports. I even other than wrestling, I know people who coach pros. I know this.
Okay.
But if it was unprovoked, I'd say that was uncalled for. But it's interesting. We don't even talk about the fact that was quite a provocation. When you go to someone and say, "Hey man, hell of a game, and we won," and the guy mushes you in the face, and it's like so much like the media, we gloss over the provocation, and I think that's a lot of the problem for black men. What provoked them into this action that the whole country is now jumping on them? Why don't we see the previous 10 seconds that was cut out of the clip?
Exactly. And before we go to break again, let me just say this. The guy was still fined by the NFL $7,800 for his outburst. There's no space for the human condition in an emotional game. Right? If you keep it in context, if you look at the whole through line of what took place, what was said on the field, and then having to run and do an interview immediately, there's no space for you to be a human, to have an emotion, right? NBA is the same way. If you're too demonstrative, what is it about white people and black male demonstrative behavior that really gets them? We got to take a break.
Okay.
But when we come back, more mucky knuckles from Jeff, Mark, Jason, and Brandi MaGee. The What Morning Show in the building.
Radio V.
So for those of you who don't know, this is Pepper.
Hey,
Pepper's in the house.
Yo.
How are you, Pepper?
How are you?
Yeah, I noticed a new insignia change, and is that intentional or is that just like a refresher?
Oh, you mean the logo?
I call it insignia. I
Insignia.
felt like I was like, we're in Lord of the Rings right now.
It really?
We have an insignia, people.
To me, I thought it was like that new wave, like jazzy. Oh,
I love that song. Speaking of which, we should all get that branded on us now because it's an insignia.
Okay.
The LA Music Blogcast, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on T Radio V.
T Radio V.
Why in the hell are you wearing flannel again? Does your wife realize she's married to a very handsome lesbian?
You know what? I'm into the flannel, man.
Rock the flannel.
Yeah,
we got the thumbs up. Jackie's liking it. Is it because you like the bad boys, Jackie?
I just like flannel in general.
Thank you.
Oh, I have flannel sheets, Jackie.
Well, I'm coming over tonight.
No, that's all it takes. Gay for pay.
Langdon Nation, Saturdays at 1 p.m. on T Radio V LA.
All right, Carlo, what's up? You're talking to Ren and Chance on TRadioV.com. Hey, it's Cool. Anyway, you look. Did y'all hear an elf talking? Please tell him who the elf is.
All right, I'm sorry for the bad word. If anybody that doesn't know, this is my little boy Jonah. Say what's up.
What's up?
But hey, guess what? I had to shut that sucker down because your boy's all about the...
But what that?
What did I said shut the thing down. That's all I said. Hey, don't be cutting me off every 5 seconds. I hate people to see you get a spanking live. You know what I mean? Live in the whooping room. You know, so chill out now.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Van Dam. Telling you should watch RVD live every Wednesday at 1 p.m.
where we talk about whatever we want to. RVD outside of the ring, looking at real life. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on T Radio V. Dude, radio and TV. Who knew?
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Uncle Bobby's in the room now.
It's the show that's starring you, So What Mornings, back in the building. Today's topic is crazy, you know. We're talking about black male stereotypes. Is the black man as angry, as rebellious,
as he should be,
as thuggish as the American media depicts him to be? Somebody call us. We got a caller on the line. We're not going to go to him right this second. We're going to go to him in 2 seconds, right after I introduce our latest guest who just joined the building.
Yeah.
None other than my uncle. Yeah, thank you.
Uncle Bobby.
Yeah, Uncle Bobby Glanton-Smith is in the building. One of the wisest, coldest dudes I've ever met. He's a mentor. He's a Southern sophisticant. A lot of people don't understand. He's from the South, and a lot of people think country dumb ain't smart. That boy is smarter than most people you ever meet, and I appreciate his intelligence.
Wait till
and
you
that's
drop
why
some
he's
of this
here.
here.
Watch it.
Wait till you drop
Bobby,
some of this gator wisdom, this green gator wisdom, lime green gator wisdom.
from Murfreesboro.
Let
me tell you, this brother is, like I said, he mentors my son. You know, I've given him my son's number.
Seed, yeah.
Right? And he's been following the conversation that we've been talking about for the last hour. And my son is being recruited by Stanford. And the dude, Richard Sherman's outburst, and then subsequent after that, when we started to find out who he was, I said, okay, Stanford is my choice. I'm going with Stanford, and I'm pushing my son. So, Bobby, can you speak to this image of the black man as this dangerous cat, you know, and how do we gain control of our own image and rewrite it? Go into that.
Well, the first thing we need to do is ban the movie The Color Purple from ever being shown anywhere,
Here we go.
any place on the planet.
Here we go.
The second thing we need to do, actually I think this is first, we ought to not allow the song We Shall Overcome to be sung again.
Why?
As a representation of our mission, because I looked high and low, and I've yet to find someday on any calendar. So if your whole mission is to be free someday, you're going to hear them chains rattling for a long time.
Perpetual victim, perpetual slave, all of that. The
Listen
mentality,
to that song
yeah.
very closely. We shall overcome someday. And it's sang in a key that reminds you of a funeral procession.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
And that's our theme song.
It's in
so if
R
you want to
minor.
know why we are angry, we should be. Because we have been given the wrong information upon which to build a freedom fight.
Wow.
And as a result of that, we still singing that sorry-ass song.
Give me your example of why Richard Sherman isn't a thug.
It's very easy to answer that question because not only did he graduate from Stanford University,
How about it?
he articulates himself extremely well, and what people have forgotten is in combat, that's what it is. It's combat. And he's been talking trash his whole life. It's nothing different than what he's done than what Larry Bird does, but he gets glorified for it. Machismo is appropriate except when it comes in the hue of black.
Ooh. Why?
It's celebrated. It's celebrated to be a badass if you're anybody but black.
Dos Equis, the commercial, the greatest man
The
alive.
most interesting man in the world.
Yes, that's machismo, right?
If he slapped your face, you would thank him.
Right. But
So-
why is there this aversion of that kind of presentation from a black man?
Well, it's because we have not celebrated the beauty in being a man. I wrote a book recently and have revised it called Real Men Don't Play. And why I decided to do that is because I know men that walk straight up. They say what they mean what they say. Some are famous, some are infamous, and they refuse to be categorized as anything less than a man. They pay their taxes, they take care of their children, they represent the essence of manhood as we once knew it to be, and yet you turn the television on and there's a Justin Bieber or a Lil Wayne or T.I. getting out of jail. Well, let's just stick with the black folks who we are projected to be. So we buy into that notion that identifies us, and we really don't have the models of possibility that truly reflect what manhood is all about. So to answer your question directly, we've allowed people to shape our image in a likeness that is a misrepresentation of who we really are and have been.
But at the same time, then I'm going to go to the doc, at the same time, then Brandi, we've allowed them to do so because, and this, I always say this, the black race has a price. We've allowed them to do so because the educational system integrates you into the economic system, infrastructure. So you go to school to get a good job. Now, we're going to teach you how to behave or you won't be paid. So that automatically puts a price on our head. Now we have to repress how we really feel.
No, you don't.
Listen, how many, Doc, you had something to say? I see your hand keep going up. You want something? Go ahead, get a piece.
Yeah, I think the big challenge of the black community, and I don't know how you're going to overcome it because it's sort of not in your power.
Oh shit!
Excuse
he
me.
Said that shit, no, didn't he?
Okay.
Look, everybody.
Can the man get to the period in the sentence?
This is not.
Good Lord!
This is not in your power, and I want you to jam it down my throat if you don't agree. If you will let me finish my thought.
I don't know, Doc. Shit. I don't know.
Part of the thing that goes on with the way white people treat black people is in white people's minds, they project on black people, if I was you, I would be damn angry.
Yes.
And I can't accept that you're not damn angry even when you're nice. So whether you're nice or angry, I believe you to be angry because if I was you, I'd be saying a lot worse. So, but these are things that white people will not admit to, and they project onto you. And so that's the challenge: is how do you get the white people to admit that they have cornered you with something they projected on you that may not belong to you, but they cannot believe that you're not angry as all get out because they would be, and then they just have to qualify.
Brandi, then Jeff.
Well, I mean, I think that they would be is that they're allowed to be. I mean, I think about even, and I grew up in the South too, and I grew up probably in an environment that's a little bit more polite and a lot more reserved, just kind of naturally, that's kind of the way you're taught. And I think that, you know, on the one hand, I see my counterparts, my non-black counterparts, and they're kind of taught to have a sense of entitlement, a sense of this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm supposed to get it no matter what, and it's like, and then we're supposed to sit back and sort of be the passive, because anything else, when it comes to black men, you know, of course, black women of all the time are being accused of being angry and all sorts of things. I mean, this thing that we're going through now reminds me of even the over-sexualization or whatever image they're putting on us. Even with Serena Williams, when at one point when she was playing tennis, she couldn't grunt because it was too sexual. Do you guys remember that a few years ago?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, at some point I think
we do have...
She
sounds like an animal.
She sounds like an animal. It's overly sexual. It's like she's hitting a ball at high speeds to her opponent to win a game, and you're telling her that she has to tone it down because it makes you uncomfortable. I don't think that we should accept that anymore. I think it's time for us to be like, I'm sorry if you're uncomfortable, but I have to live my life going for the biggest part of that I can do.
So this is my vision, and then I'm coming to you, Jeff. Jeff, do you think, I mean, civilized barbarians, white folk,
okay,
they want you to be polite, and they've been pretty barbarous on the planet Earth, don't you think?
And I think the ignorant ones of them ignore exactly who it was that civilized them in the first place.
Go.
Doc, I was right with you up until your question. How do you get white people to empathize? That is by far there's nothing less important on the black agenda than getting white people to empathize, okay, as an aggressor, which is what we should really call not regular white people, but as a system. The only thing that an aggressor respects is equal or greater aggression. So this, and take this from a dude who used to get his eyeballs handed back to him from bullies, okay? This system is bullying and oppressive. What black people need, in my opinion, what black people need to do is abandon the concept of changing the way they look in someone else's eyes.
I didn't say empathy. I say they project something on us and they refuse to think about you differently.
The question, okay, I'll change the question. How do you stop them from projecting? I don't give a shit what you project. What my image is about me. I don't care what people think about my house where I live. I don't care what you think about it. I take care of it. I keep it clean. I keep my children respectful. And I don't do that because of your image of me. I do that because it's the right thing to do. And if I do it in that manner, your image will change on its own or it won't. It is unimportant.
So listen, go ahead. You got this point?
About 20 more seconds. Okay?
20?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Here's what, okay.
I'm going to give you 10.
Here's where we dropped the ball. Michael Richards is back on a show.
Yeah.
Everybody black is saying, I'm not going to watch it. Wrong.
Nigger. You should, fucking nigger.
Yes. You should watch
Stick it up
that
your ass,
show.
Nigger.
You should watch that show. And every time it comes to a commercial, you should write down the product. Write down the product. Go to your church. Go to everybody you know black and have them write letters to this company and tell them
Let me tell you
that
something, Jeff.
we are not only
Jeff.
are we not, we're not going to watch this show or we're not going to buy your products when you stop.
Let me tell you something, Jeff.
We're never buying your products again.
White people is somewhere listening to you right now, laughing to the point of
tears.
They're pissing on themselves right now. They know niggas ain't organized. That's a great idea for
Matt,
niggas.
Matt, come here. Come on, get in here. John, Matt, come here. Play the tape back. Listen to
this guy.
I can't believe it. No, wait.
Yeah, I want to do a little housekeeping here. The doc said something that's real important that we kind of flesh out. It doesn't really matter, as Jeff just said, what your perception is. It's the perceived value from one human being to another. When I started working on my book, I wanted to do that with as many black people as possible. And then when I realized that those forces wasn't aligning themselves, I had to go with the people who believed in my project. And the people that pushed it across
the finish
line, they white as snow.
Wow.
And they allowed me to speak in my own voice because they saw value in what I had to say.
Yes.
And what we're in the process of doing is creating a model of possibility. We're never going to eliminate the race question.
Yeah.
But what we can do is shift the focus on what can you do for me and vice versa. Because at the end of the day, people are listening to the same station. What's in it for me?
Right.
WIIFM. That's the only
what is in
station
it for
that
me? Listen, we're about to take a quick break, and when we come back, another special guest. About to turn this whole motherfucker upside down. The So What Morning Show in the building, and then we're going to get to our caller, who is another special guest. We'll talk to you guys in a second.
It's T-Radio V, so we can say LA traffic is a motherfucker.
It's a bitch.
You feel me? Jack Thriller from thisis50.com. What's happening, baby? Hey, man, don't feel bad. I was late to my own damn show last week.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Due to
you
that
ain't
LA
fired you
traffic.
yet?
Nah, they ain't fired me.
Yeah,
I penalized myself. I took money from one account, put it in the other account.
Oh, shit. Well, you too hard on you.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Van Dam. Telling you, you should watch RVD live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. where we talk about whatever we want to. RVD outside of the ring, looking at real life. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on T-Radio V. Dude, radio and TV. Who knew?
I heard Heard you missed us. We're back.
I'm Ricky Rackman.
I'm Grant Reynolds. And I'm Tiny Fuso. This is Fork in the Road.
Yeah, he's a drummer of one of the greatest punk rock bands of all time, TSOL.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he had the mohawk. He has no more mohawk. Take your hat off.
It needs to be, oh my goodness.
Full metal jacket.
Oh. Why is it boom? It's always been bam
the whole time.
I thought bam was stupid, but now it's like boom goes the dynamite.
And Mero Lagasse owns BAM, and their people contacted me, and I don't cook.
Check us out live on Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock. Watch Fork in the Road on T Radio V.
T Radio V.
Bill Gates wants to pay you $100,000 to build a condom that feels good.
I invented a tampon.
You'd rather get AIDS than get a girl pregnant?
It is close. I'd certainly rather get a curable STD.
When I eat glass, I eat light bulbs and stuff.
I used to think any woman who had a big dog got that dog specifically to have sex with it.
It's the Obscenesters. Mondays at 7 p.m. on T Radio V LA.
I'm reeling right now. That was amazing.
Hey guys, I'm Destiny. Check out my show, Destiny's EDM Power Hour, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on T Radio V. Every week, I talk about all things in the electronic dance world, including the hottest songs, DJs, latest news, and random facts, including how to dance on the moon when the beat drops. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on T Radio V. Radio in TV.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
I don't know how that happened.
You'll be all
right. Ladies and gentlemen, the So What Morning Show back in the building. The endangered black alpha male. Can a black man develop into his alpha male prowess without scaring white America? Nope. Is it possible? Is Barack Obama the stereotypical black man that is more suitable to whites or blacks? Absolutely. Somebody call us at 855-878-4652. Back in the building, back in the studio, Jeff Brown, Dr. Mark Goulston, Bobby Glanton-Smith, Brandi MaGee, and just added to the show, Corey Holcomb has joined the fray. Now, before I get to Corey, we've had a brother online, fellow Chicagoan, who represents the same way y'all represent. We got to bring him in. Hannah Dog, James Hannah, comedian, actor, in the building, waiting to shed some light on this most urgent topic. Go ahead, James. James Hannah.
Yo.
What up, man?
What up?
I know you've been listening for about an hour. So
I couldn't hear shit. Y'all had me on regular nigga hold.
What's regular nigga hold?
Cell phone hold. Hold, just make ass hold.
Just hold, yeah.
Hold. All right.
Yeah, just hold.
So, you know, we've been talking about Richard Sherman, talking about if he's a thug or not. Why is it that Richard Sherman can be called a thug, but they have yet to call Justin Bieber a thug? They say he's a misguided child. Say what?
He's white.
Okay.
He's white. Yeah.
Is that the only answer?
And Richard,
Do you need another?
Richard Simmons is a big, muscular ass nigga with dreads, and he's a real nigga with dreads because he's not clean shaven. If he was clean shaven, they wouldn't say that.
Wow. So if he was suited and booted, say like maybe a Nation of Islam member, clean cut,
yeah,
they wouldn't call Richard.
Oh, no, that's different.
But I'm saying if Richard didn't have dreads and he was clean cut, and he had the same outburst, would he still be a thug?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Martin Luther King would have been a thug.
Great. Well, my question to you then is, if black men are ever going to be able to look like something to their women at some point, do we have to take control of our own image? Or are we going to continue to, live up to certain stereotypes, the stereotype of laziness, the stereotype of fatherlessness, the stereotype of overly aggressive? Is overly aggressive really a problem? Somebody talk to me about it, James.
Yeah. It's become a problem since niggas bought the post-racial theory in the Clinton era. See, black men have been, for the last 10 years, have been neutering themselves. It ain't our women. It's just you got a whole bunch of niggas out here who think in order to survive, they have to be less threatening.
I think Corey Holcomb disagrees. Corey?
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't agree.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
you.
I just want to say it's not like that at all. If I give an example, the quarterback in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, when he scored, especially last year or that year they won the Super Bowl, he was doing this discount double check thing. It was basically rubbing it in the face of the opponent, and he was appraised for it. In fact, he got a lot of commercials for it. Richard Sherman doing the choke sign, it's the same thing that Aaron Rodgers did. He rubbing it in, except now he's been shot down for it. All of the stuff that makes us look bad is because the people in control are the ones who are our enemy. And I think most people are scared to say that.
Are we blaming white people? Is that what you're doing?
It's not you're not blaming the white people like that. It is what it is. We were captured by Caucasian people and brought here to America to build this place. Now they have no use for you, so because they want to compete, they'll use us in their NFL games. They really would prefer not to.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
Like,
but
I wish we had more athletic white guys.
If the other team got one, then that means they got to have one. You know what I mean? And what's happening in front of the women and the children and everybody in the world is the people in control are envious. They were never they were never on the same page as we were.
Basically,
the enemy is after us.
If white guys woke up faster and stronger, there would be no black people in athletics.
No.
There's a play. It's that simple.
Well, but historically, that is the truth. Even when you go down to college football and you go to that classic coach down there in Alabama was Bear Bryant. At some point, he had to concede and say, well, you know what? These brothers is running faster, hitting harder, and making the game a little bit quicker and more exciting. And then they started to recruit those people there.
That was our mistake.
It sounds arrogant when I say this, but we are the gods. And the reason it sounds arrogant when I say that because people aren't used to hearing that. But the truth is what it is. And the people who are after us, they're inferior. But right now, they're in power. So this is what they do.
I agree.
This is what they do.
Because, can I say something, though?
You can.
Okay, here's what it's all about. Because I had to tell an Asian dude this one time. An Asian dude was trying to say how inferior we are, and I had to break down to him that basically you don't get to do that because the white man doesn't fear you, because his daughter doesn't want to fuck you. And that's what this is all about, is if you demonize black men,
that's true.
Less white women want to fuck us.
Name 3 Asian porn stars. Go.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's just they doing everything they can to keep their women from riding that dick. So
not hung.
And that's what all this is. All goes back to King Kong.
Loose condom.
Loose condom? That's an Asian porn star. Loose condom? Oh God. God damn. Not hung. Yes. Is that what you said?
Not hung. Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Brandi.
No, you know what happened too is I think it's just this reminded me of something that Corey said. He said they're not used to hearing that and they're not used to seeing that. So the culture that has been created is that okay, you can go over here and you can be this gladiator, but then I need you to behave and be civilized so that you don't frighten anybody or so that you know that you don't act out of place. Have you ever, when you were a kid, you do something and then your daddy yell at you and you have never heard him go on you like that and it scares the bejesus out of you?
Right.
Like he did that, you know what I'm saying? Which he wasn't out of pocket for doing it. But when he did it, the lady that was standing there holding that microphone, once she heard that bass in his voice, she didn't know how to act. She didn't know how to react. She couldn't handle that. She wasn't used to hearing that. Just like the people at SeaWorld when they keep hitting that keep hitting that goddamn whale. And he eventually be like, bitch, get your motherfucking ass. Right.
You fucking with the beast.
Right.
Yeah. I will beat your ass. Do you know that?
That's crazy.
No, Brandi raises a good point about the gladiator, though, because We will pay you and hire you to perform in front of us, doing things that none of us could ever do.
Are you not entertained?
But don't you try to relate to us. Don't you, don't you expect our respect. We may be impressed with your athletic prowess, but don't expect us to respect you as people.
Wow.
And keep entertaining us, and don't come up in the stands and talk to us.
The doc has now put NBA players, NFL players of African American descent into the same category as Shamu.
Oh, no.
Or entertainment.
Can I take it a little further?
So, you want a nigga reality check, see Blackfin.
Wow.
That shit is so parallel to slavery, it ain't funny.
Okay, can I take this a little further?
Go ahead.
Okay, show of hands. Anybody here ever owned a dog? Ever owned a dog?
Yeah.
Okay, Brandi, what's your dog's name?
Sadie.
Sadie. Oh man, I just had a boxer named Sadie. She just died. But
you about to cry, Jeff?
Oh man, I love my dog. You
I
kidding
love
me?
Sadie too.
Okay, Sadie, you love Sadie. Did you ever mistreat? Did you ever mistreat Sadie?
I didn't.
Okay, you didn't. You wouldn't. If you had a dog, and let's just say you had a dog named Sadie, would you wouldn't mistreat her? Feed her on time? You take her to the vet. You do as much as you financially, possibly, emotionally could for that dog. What happened if she bites your niece?
Oh, she got to
She
go.
got to go.
She got
and
to
that
go.
is exactly. There is a line.
You put the dog out if they bite somebody?
Dude,
If
if my
they bite a
dog,
family
if my
member.
dog, as much as I love I'm about to get a Connie Corso. If that dog, that's a $1,500 dog. Love this dog. But if that dog bites my son, I'll make some house shoes out of his ass.
Really?
That's a dog.
Right, that's what they do. They bite.
No, not in my house. You don't. Not twice.
Let me.
Y'all be sitting around here talking about how these hamburgers taste funny.
So basically,
a dog bite somebody in my house.
My dog jumped up at somebody at the house, and when I was through with him, he has never done it again. It's a dog. He'll fuck up every once in a while. He's an animal. Do you understand that? That don't mean that he hate the people in the house. It's just sometimes, because I love my dog. I've spent all kind of money on my dog.
What you got?
I just got a little fat English bulldog. But one day he jumped at somebody in the house, and when I was through,
let his ass have it.
he knew, I can't do that shit no more.
So maybe white people have the same plan
They
of
have the
action
same vision.
in dealing with black men.
Absolutely.
That's something to think about, ain't it?
Absolutely.
I'll show you, nigga.
In corporate America?
But
everywhere.
hey, James, we got to take a quick break. You hear the music? The music?
We can't hear the music.
You can't hear the
Can't hear the
music? All right, there's the music. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll let you finish that thought. Zoe Morning Show is getting crazy up in this mug. We'll be back in 2 seconds.
Go do a job. We're gonna go up on these roofs. I got excited.
Yeah, you came out military, all swaggered out, man.
Gloves on, so he didn't leave any fingerprints.
That's it. We'll show the photos. That's one of my favorite photos. Actually, you
I
took
took that one.
All right. Hey. Oh,
When Michael Keaton says you can get anywhere with a positive attitude and a clipboard.
That's it. Well, we didn't even have the clipboard. We had him for Mission Impossible. He was Tom Cruise's stunt double.
He was MI-69.
I thought the old lady in the elevator. She's like, "Policia."
She spotted.
The Delta Bravo Show, Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on T Radio V. And now a message from our president and some other guy.
Liberal my ass. Oh, don't get me going on the drone thing. I mean, those freaking drones are everywhere. They're everywhere. I can't go to the can. I understand why, people hold on to their guns. I understand this. They're afraid. It's not because we want to hunt. That's not what the guns are about. It's because of the government. The government's coming to get us. And Obama is behind it. He's crazy.
Let me be perfectly clear. I'm speaking to the American people. Drones don't kill people. People kill people. And if you don't want to know about drones, just don't look up.
They can kill people from space. I think this Snowden guy is a hero. I mean, look what he did. He exposed all of that thing that they do, that spying thing.
You know, Mike, you love Snowden so much, why don't you marry him? Because it's legal now.
Obamacare? I mean, the damn website doesn't even work. And even if it did, I can't afford to pay my employees health care. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who gets health care these days?
Everyone deserves health care. even the people at T Radio V, except for Mike, the boss. He's an ass. He's got long hair, he's crazy, and I don't like him. So nothing for him.
It's bad. I mean, I understand why people get violent. I understand why
America, it's people like this that make my job very difficult.
Liberal my ass.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Dirt still coming down out the air from a grenade.
This is the show that's starring you. Zowat's new home, TRadioV.com. Radio in TV, that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
No longer at the other spot. We here now. TRadioV.com.
What happened with the other spot?
Ah, damn. Is that what you want to do?
Hey, shout out to Kim and Jackie. And not them two horrible bitches I was married to. Y'all right there. Hey,
Kim and
what's
Jackie.
up? That's my ex-wife, number 1 and 2 name. Kim and Jackie.
Really? We'll be your next ex-wives.
Huh?
Wow.
No, you won't. I ain't got that kind of money left. You don't need to be bullshitting with me.
He's on the downside of the pyramid.
Ooh, shit.
So listen, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the endangered black male, alpha male. Is there any space in American culture for a black alpha male? And during the break, we were talking about it. But before we get to what we were talking about during the break, James Hanna had a point that he wanted to make as he was leaving. James, what was the point? If you're still there.
Man,
you forgot?
Yeah, I forgot, man. Sorry.
No, you did.
I forgot.
Are you serious? You forgot?
It all boils down
No,
to
I
this.
forgot. No, we were talking about Richard Sherman. We were talking about Richard Sherman, and I was just saying, that, they want brothers. It's about demonizing brothers in King Kong. We can't. We got to watch out for that shit. That's all I remember.
So what did they used to do to the proud black man back in the day?
Whoop his ass.
Tar
and feather, hang him, kill him,
tie him to 2 horses and pull them in different directions.
In front of the village.
In front of the, yes.
So my question is,
women.
it seems like America is trying to social engineer, or has been trying to social engineer, a particular type of black man that makes them comfortable in their society.
Absolutely.
Since 1865, and maybe even before then.
With that socially acceptable 2-inch afro with the no mustache. That's the look.
Go ahead.
So
yes, I can hear you.
It's different now because niggas are self-neutering.
Yeah.
It's different now.
It's on
you don't know how
autopilot.
many comics have told me to water my shit down and play the game. Okay? I can't invite you to parties at my house because I have white people there and I don't know what you gonna say.
But you know what?
It's
It's kind of the same thing that's happening to Kanye West as well. Kanye West, and again, it's racism.
I can't follow you there.
Kanye
need his ass whooped.
Hold on, just listen. Hey, he might not be the most articulate dude in the world, but he does have a particular point. The same thing that Corey made a statement during the break. Kanye said, listen, I want to get into fashion at the high level. And so when they see me coming, Kanye West, all that wholesale shit is out the door. And they see me as a ham sandwich. I'm retail. And they not letting me in on the levels to get the shit done the way it's supposed to be because of who I am. Right? And then when he blow up, see, this nigga's crazy. Or this nigga's angry. Or he has a problem. Right?
Okay, if I may say.
Yeah.
Kanye has a point with regard to fashion.
That's the point I'm making.
Kanye has no point with regard to like what he did to Taylor Swift. If that had been my daughter.
What did he do to Taylor Swift? Now, don't go trying to protect some little white girl that didn't do nothing.
I'm not protecting a white girl. I'm looking on a human level. If my daughter was on stage and Kanye West had took the mic out of her hand and disrespected her like that, I would have tiptoed very gently, the Chicago style, very gently. I'd have got up and I'd have went backstage and I'd have whooped his motherfucking ass. You do not do that to my daughter. And the only reason he does that is because Kanye is a prime example of unchecked male aggression.
I agree.
Good point.
I watch everybody who he do that to, and it's just like in most situations, it makes sense. Whenever somebody get in a fight, you always look who they fighting.
Who they fighting? Thank you.
That's how I
That's
fix
some
all
more
that.
Chicago.
So you're saying he's picking and choosing his fights?
Yeah.
Like everybody in the
on Snoop
world
like
does.
that.
It don't make sense to walk up on Vin Diesel and take the mic out his hand.
Yeah.
Because he'll beat you up and kiss you in the mouth. That's what I heard. I'm sorry. I don't know.
So they say.
Wow. Bobby has a point. Bobby?
I just want to have the same conversation with everybody. When we speak of alpha males and we're using the reference of black, what type of man are we talking about? Because Kanye West never even came into my screen
Thank
when
you.
it came to alpha males.
Not at all.
What are we
He's not on
talking
my
about?
alpha
What is
radar.
the description
Michael
of a
Jordan.
black alpha male?
I'll give you this.
Mike
Kanye
Jordan.
West is bold enough to say shit
That's what
in
I was
the
going to say.
presence
Yes.
of
white
Caucasian people
Yes.
that
George Bush
a
don't
lot
like
of people
black
who y'all
people.
look at as alpha males
Won't.
won't.
That's what I'm saying.
He is
To
bold
me-
enough to say what's on his mind.
To me,
I'll give him
to
that.
me, that's the same thing Martin Luther King said about, about ignorance, and he said something is worse than ignorance is when you don't articulate it, when you don't speak it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't want to fuck up their check, who don't want to fuck up their livelihood, who have a price, whatever
can't
economic
talk-
status
which
they're at,
brings
that's
us-
their
which-
price.
You can't talk about Kanye West if you haven't heard at least maybe 2 or 3 of his albums because you don't even understand it. You
don't
just
under-
see
right.
that little quick image of what they're gonna show of him. If you listen to his music, you will be like, wow, he bold enough to say that shit.
Oh, no, I
For him
believe
to
he's
still be
bold.
on MTV and that like that, he's
He's
in
amazing.
demand.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
in demand. That's why they mess with
Now
him.
look what's happening to the black kids, black young kids in the educational system. Okay, young boys. First off, 50% of all high school dropouts are African American men, males.
They be like, this is
They up out of here,
Mhm.
right? But they've been in a school system that has marginalized their presence
failed them.
since they were in elementary. Every time they stand up, because standing up is a part of intellect. Intelligence is in of itself the ability to question itself. They're taking questioning out of the play. So if a black man stands up, I don't agree with that. A young boy, I don't agree. Oh, detention, get up out of here. He's expelled.
Just like when Forrest
He's
Gump
in
was
a
getting
class
hit with them rocks. He didn't run because he wasn't smart.
He's in a classroom with young. He's in a classroom with young women too, African American women, who are also seeing young men being expelled, and learning a pattern. When they don't do what I want them to do, expel them the way they get expelled in school. Expel them the way they get expelled from our homes. Expel them. Do you understand the pattern that's happening here?
Yeah,
So,
Edna's boy shot back at the police. That's what they say.
Oh.
Edna's boy shot back. The police take over the whole block.
Can I say something to make this a human problem, or should I just sit back and let it be a black fest?
You should sit back and let it
is
be
a
a
black
black
fest,
No, go
but we'll
ahead,
listen
Whitey
to you.
Locks. Go ahead. Yes, that's why you're here.
Yes,
You're to
please
clean up our
enlighten
shit.
us on the plight of the white man.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Right.
It's rough for you guys.
I think
Hard out
maybe
here for a pimp.
maybe what we're talking about is that often the people in power have a fear of unchecked raw emotion, be it in a woman, be it in a black man, be it in your crazy teenage kid. And I think the reason that often people in power have a fear of unchecked raw emotion is because, again, inside themselves, they think if I was that person, the next thing I would do would be to lose control and lose it all. So there's that fear that, if they're angry, if I was angry like that, the next step would be I would do something really destructive.
That's exactly right.
And so I think it's a human problem.
There
is that how do you interact with legitimate, occasionally unchecked raw emotion?
The Moors, as powerful and as strong and as smart as they were, there is no way they could have held white folks down for 400 years. If we'd have did it in reverse, and the Moors went to Ireland and brought millions of Irish folks here to build America, white folks would have went crazy, which is why you look at us and go, why ain't them niggas going crazy right now? So that's why you get, whenever you see a little bit, oh shit, here it comes.
Well, Jeff, let me just clear that. Historically, that's exactly what the Moors did. But the Moors...
They didn't bring them here.
They enslaved white people. Yeah, they did.
Did they?
We got history, dude.
Get out of here. Okay,
Let me just say, the Moors, the way they dealt with white people was a little bit different than the way white people dealt with blacks.
A lot different.
Blacks were considered animals. Same on par with dogs and cattle and chattel. You're not even a human being, right? With the Moors, first off, we ruled white Europe, Spain, 800 years.
800 years, yeah.
Twice the amount of time. And when we ruled with knowledge. There were white people in the Iberian Peninsula handing their children over to Moors. Please educate my child in your madrasa, because we don't read.
The fuck is a madrasa?
It's a school.
Oh, okay.
Arabic word for school, right? We don't read. So please teach our children. So when Queen Isabella and Ferdinand took over in 1492, how they took over, they had to dress like Moors and come to the Sultan on bended knee in order to receive the key to Spain. And then the Moors left and went back to Africa, where they initially came from.
So how the hell did we lose control?
So are you saying when Caucasian people became, when they were in power, that's when all this shit went chaotic? Is that what you're saying, Zoe?
Hey, that's one of the things, because again, you can't teach the subtleties of spirituality. That's something that has to be experienced. And part of rulership is connected to a spiritual bond, not just the tyrannical, I'm the king, I get to punk you bond. Bobby?
Yeah. Before the close of the show, I'd like to have a working definition of what is a black alpha male, because it's beginning to sound oxymoronic to me, because we can't really nail down what makes that a distinctive person.
Well, we nailed down
identify.
one point. One point is being able to speak out for what you believe. A lot of people refuse to speak out for what they believe because they're afraid of what they might lose.
But then that eliminates them from the classification as a black alpha male.
So number one is being able to speak out. So let's continue to build on that. Corey?
If you ask me what a black alpha male is, I think it's a black man who is proud and confident in the skin he's in. Yeah. That's a black alpha male, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, a lot of guys, because of society, they want to be something that they're not.
Right.
And then you make a fool out of the real people. When I see Don Lemon on television, I'm like, I can't believe this shit is really happening. I'm like, this is fucking real.
Right.
And people will look at him like he's the good guy.
Right.
And look at Richard Sherman like he's the bad guy.
Don Lemon.
Is Don Lemon an alpha male?
Don Lemon, 2-inch afro.
Not at all.
2-inch afro, no mustache.
And talk with he got the coolest lift I've ever seen.
We can't count. We can't have gay brothers in this conversation.
How you know he gay?
Because he came out.
Once a dude sucks the dick, manhood is out the window.
Yeah, he's on.
So we can't put them.
Do you
can't put them in this conversation.
Do you think part of this alpha stuff is that when you stand up like for a mission versus your own personal grievance, it's different. I think if you represent something bigger than you, then you can stand up with everything you have. But then when you make it totally personal, it kind of dilutes it.
What's personal?
It's impossible. It is impossible. I got to speak out of turn. It is impossible to make the black plight anything other than personal. This is not about this is not about my fucking mailbox. This is not about the block club. This is about my ancestors being brought here against their will and swinging from fucking trees.
Which
so
is
it's
what
a little
everybody
hard.
wants to forget.
Yeah, it's a little hard. Forgive me.
Good point.
That's a good point.
Good point.
Listen, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we will conclude this topic. It's been pretty crazy. For the first show, the inaugural show has been pretty nuts. When we come back, we're going to give you all the information you need to stay in contact with us, and we're going to wrap up the topic. We'll be back in 2.2.
Radio V.
Bill Gates wants to pay you $100,000 to build a condom that feels good.
I invented a tampon.
You'd rather get AIDS than get a girl pregnant?
It is close. I'd certainly rather get a curable STD.
When I eat glass, I eat light bulbs and stuff.
I used to think any woman who had a big dog got that dog specifically to have sex with it.
It's the Obscenesters. Mondays at 7 p.m. on T Radio V LA.
I'm reeling right now. That was amazing.
What's happening? This is your man Money B from Digital Underground, inviting everyone to join me for my new show, The Going Way Back Show with Money B, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on T Radio V. Join me, Ty Teasy, and DJ Always to give you your favorite hip-hop from back in the day. Right here on T Radio V.
Hi, I'm Katie Cleary. And I'm Kristen Renton. And we're from World Animal News. World Animal News discusses animal issues from around the world. News that matters. Watch World Animal News every Thursday at 11 a.m. Find out everything about me on Twitter at Katie_Cleary and at Kristen Renton.
T Radio V.
I found the greatest invention this week. It's a bed that's made for cuddling. It's called the Cuddle Mattress. And look, you can slot your elbow in.
Oh my. And what about the remote? That's my biggest concern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would seriously.
I already lose my remote and I have a normal bed and it gets like caught in my blanket.
Yeah. You shag in one, and then when you get it all like wet and messy, you sleep in the other. And that's kind of what you need in life. You need like a bed to shag in and a bed to sleep in.
It's the Suicide Girls, Thursday, 6 p.m. on T Radio V.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, So What Morning Show back in the building. Same cast. New network, TRadioV.com. Radio in TV. Thank you for
Radio.
Yo, this topic is crazy. We've been going at it. Let me ask you a question. Is this kid that we're about to see a video of a child. Is this kid part of the problem in terms of perpetuating the thug culture that I guess all black men are a part of?
Okay, let's see it.
Can we save this child? Somebody show the video for us real quick.
Oh, there's a child. You can save it.
The video shows a young child, perhaps 2 or 3 years old, in a disturbing, profane war of words with at least 3 adults. They seem irritated over a fallen chair.
You a bitch. You a bitch. Stop. You throwing the fit right now, little? Put that bitch off. You ain't talking that now.
The child then flips his middle finger at the camera.
You too.
The toddler, whose face was shown in the original video but CNN has obscured, exchanges at least 35 swear words with the adults in the 1-minute, 23-second video.
Say bitch. Stop say. That's why you can't fight. Hey, you a bitch. Bitch.
They discuss sexual matters, even apparent gang affiliations.
Oh, where is he from, what? I'm from Dushnam. Where heard you from?
Something's different.
16. He said he was 16. Say the name 3 times. You a hoe. What's up then?
The video was posted on the website of the Omaha, Nebraska Police Officers Association, which says we have an obligation to share it to continue to educate the law-abiding public about the terrible cycle of violence and thuggery that some young innocent children find themselves helplessly trapped in.
When you see a child being treated like this, who can't really defend themselves, an innocent child, unfortunately though, it's something that as police officers we see that is all too common.
Commenters on the police union's website objected to what some saw as racial overtones in posting the video.
This behavior is going to potentially lead this child down a path that is completely unhealthy. It has nothing to do with race or ethnicity.
Omaha's chief of police released a statement saying the department has no control over the content of the police union's website, and the chief strongly disagrees with any posting.
Well, as you could see from the video, there's a lot said, a lot shown in that video.
Not really.
Not really, Bobby?
No.
Your thoughts?
No.
Well, first of all, that's not a little thug. That's just going to be a little fool. All right, he ain't gonna live long enough to be no thug, because if he ain't gonna make it through kindergarten without somebody either beating him halfway to death or bringing in the family that sent him to that school.
Yeah.
Somebody's not gonna put up with that.
But are we raising a culture of thugs?
No, we're not raising a culture of thugs. All right, the community around us is promoting thuggery.
What community?
Huh? The larger community has celebrated that a little minute group of folks who get away with that kind of behavior. Because you can't find 100 people that are allowing their kids in the United States to be raised like that.
Well,
I know.
Let me know when I can say something.
This is where I
really got that video right there is just, and we all know people like that, whether they're in black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods.
That's what I wanted.
That video is showing that I lived in the projects, right? And in the building we lived in, they had 12 apartments on each floor. When I was in the project, I would say out of all the people who lived in a 16-story building where there's 12 apartments on each floor, there was about 10 fucked up families. I'm talking about, and they were the ones that made the projects look bad. The people talking in that video are basically creating a little boy, Yummy Sandiford. That's what I would call him. the little boy who shot that little girl in Chicago years ago.
Yeah.
That's what they creating, a little Yummy Sandiford. And the people who were talking to that little boy like that, they are the people that destroy the world.
Wow.
But it's not just black people. It's little white Ku Klux Klan kids.
They ain't got no videos
they ain't
of them
showing
up
on
there.
there. What
Right.
you do? You hate black people. You hate niggers, all that shit. That's why the police put that on there, because it was a black family. They wouldn't put a white family on there. That's what I got to say about that Omaha police. But it's bad people in the world. And those people talking to that child are bad people.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to do something about that.
Jeff, and then Mark, and then Brandi.
To quote Chuck D, they asked me where I get it from. I get it from my pops, because with a man in the house, all the bullshit stops.
And there was a man in that video, too. That's what I'm saying.
There was a male. There was a man, a shitty man. A shitty man.
Punk-ass motherfucker.
Ass man. Okay?
Who need his ass stomped out by the community.
He need his
for doing that to a child.
Thank you. He need his throat stomped. Okay? Because there is no way.
Look at Mark. He's scared as shit.
Yeah. That little nerve make you nervous when I talk like that.
We need to snatch motherfuckers like that out the village and beat their motherfucking ass and outcast them.
Ass into a fine powder.
Like on 300, they would throw away the babies that they felt like was little and weak.
Yeah.
We need to throw away men like that who would talk to a baby like that.
Okay, so let's hear this.
Whitey stop. Whitey stop.
I like that. Whitey stop.
Whitey stop. When I saw that,
that bullshit in a minute.
When,
You're gonna stop just because you raise your goddamn hand.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
When I saw that, what I saw is being disrespectful is entertaining and glorifying, and we make a video of it. So the point is being respectful being whipped? Is it being repressed? Is there a point where you can be respectful?
Yes.
I mean, is there any place for being respectful? Because what that did is it glorified.
It's time out for time out, Doc. That shit didn't work. Them experiments.
Say more.
Huh?
He's saying say more.
Who?
He doesn't understand what you mean by saying time out for time out.
Because when we got away from whooping kids' ass, when they behaved like that little son bitch we just seen.
Thank you.
We lost control
because he
of the
is.
community.
How we call that baby a son bitch when he's being egged on by the grown folks?
That makes him a son of a bitch.
Thank you. Let's define the
I agree
word
with
son of a
Carter said. Let me
bitch.
just refocus and say that when we start experimenting with kids and giving them more authority and more freedom than they earned, we lost control of our household because children are dictating to parents now. So when you start negotiating with kids, you have given them a license to fail miserably in the production of a human being that can go out and be responsible for their own determination. So that whole notion of like, oh, little Johnny,
evaluating your behavior.
We don't have time to negotiate with you because you get that first little beat down in when he's about 18 months old, and then you buy time to teach.
There you go. The ass whooping buys time to teach.
I'm sorry. I'm writing that down.
Brandi?
Oh, no, I just think that things like this, because it's not only, I think it's despicable that Omaha police put this up, but we also see things like this all the time on social media, on YouTube, and people think it's funny. And I find it absolutely disgusting that we're deriving our entertainment from creating these living environments where our children are grossly misguided and just kind of taught to, they're starting their lives on the wrong foot, and it is being celebrated, and I think that something needs to be done about it.
Right, good point. Corey?
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Whenever you see these dudes walking the street, acting tough, or it ain't even that, we need to identify the bullies in the neighborhood, because we all know who they are, whether you be in the black neighborhood, the white neighborhood, because those are the people that are causing most of the chaos in the villages.
Right.
The government is orchestrating the bullshit around the world, but when you see them bullies, they are the perfect weapons for the government.
All right, so let's do this.
Cops.
So let's do this really quickly, starting with Corey. Where are you performing next? Where
Arlington
can they find
Improv this weekend out there in Dallas. Y'all know what's up. I'm gonna be in the house.
Twitter?
The Corey Holcomb, motherfuckers. Not motherfucker, just the Corey Holcomb.
Okay, the Corey Holcomb.
You motherfucker.
Brandi MaGee?
If you want to get into contact with me, you can find me on Twitter at Brandi MaGee, BrandiMagee.
Back to Bobby Glanton.
Twitter at Glanton-Smith. My website is realmendon'tplay.com.
Mark Goulston.
At Mark Goulston, MarkGoulston, or find me at heartfeltleadership.com.
Great.
At GB Funny Style is my Twitter. This Thursday, The Pit in Dana Point. I will be there at 8 p.m.
Go see these people, man. Support these guys. This is show number 1. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. It was great. We had a good time. Follow Zoe Williams on Instagram at Mr. Zowhat. That's where you can find me, on Instagram at Mr. Zowhat. We had a great time, and I'll see you guys next Monday with another hot topic. Get at us. We'll be back then. Deuces.
You are watching T Radio V, Radio and TV.